Who's having fun? Go rawr. Who's not having fun? Well, it's about worth what we charged it, right? So that's okay. Come on in. Come on in. That didn't help much. I was in Cabela's the other day in the camouflage clothing department, affectionately known as Camo in these parts. And there was this woman in there kind of walking around with a confused look on her face. And I went up to her and I said, hey, what's the matter? She goes, I can't find my husband. I said, man, this stuff really works. I can imagine that he's a middle-aged guy, so there's probably times when he needs a break. So he camos up and takes her down to Cabela's and drops off for a little while. Been known to happen. There's different kinds of camo. There's like your brown, green, mute colored camo with all these weird indecipherable shapes, so that you blend it in. You all right? Come on up here, or just sit down. Would you miss lunch or something? Yeah, right here. You didn't turn your phone off, huh? Looks like an old man. He's kind of walking like Daniel did. Comfortable? You good? You good? Okay. That's good. Yeah. So anyway, the other kind of camo is that, that white camo that's got little black and brown stripes in it, for goose hunting, to kind of blend in. And because geese are pretty smart, and typically you hunt them kind of in the wintertime when there's a lot of snow. But you got to wonder about geese. Canadian geese is what everybody hunts, which I think is kind of a misnomer because Canadians are probably the nicest people on the planet, right? Really, isn't that the truth? We got a lot of them. You step on a Canadian's foot, oh, I'm sorry. They're just so sweet. But Canadian geese are like the grumpy old men of the bird world. Jeez, man. Anyhow, so you can imagine geese, flying along. And the one in the back goes, which is code for, are we there yet? The one in the front, goes, no, man, we're just sit tight. And then he's like, which is goose, obviously, for, I gotta go to the bathroom. Well, why didn't you go before we left? Because I'm a goose man. We don't worry about those things. Hey, let's land over here. Maybe we can land over here. Okay, so they're coming in. He's looking at it. They go, we're not going to land here. There's some idiot in the wrong kind of camo with a gun. So you're not, so the camo works, except you got to, be smarter than the gooses. And I was thinking on the camo thing, that's rural camo, right? Montana hunting. What about in an urban setting? What kind of camo would you have to use to blend in? Well, it's like a place like Florida, okay? You got to buy a few things. You got to buy those knee-high white orthopedic socks. You know those? Nobody looks good in knee-high orthopedic socks. You get brown ones. That's not going to help. You're going to need Bermuda shorts and black dress shoes. Go down to the beach, put on a big hat, and you'll blend right in. That's Florida. And while you're there, just kind of stoop down and drive through the wheel. Look like an old guy. Crazy. How about the gym? What do you see at the gym? Have you ever noticed this? That big muscles on men cannot be contained by a normal shirt. You know what I'm talking about? Like they have these big old monster muscles and like little spaghetti straps, like he's going to the prom, You know, I don't get that. You know, and then the other thing, you know, because I don't look like that myself, and so I wear a normal shirt, see, like most of us do, because that's just what we do, you know. And times have changed. You know, it used to be, if you wanted to see a tattooed lady, you had to go to the circus. Those days are gone, man. Those days are gone forever. You know, fascination with tattoos. And it's kind of a deal where, you know, it's kind of like this with tattoos. I don't know if you have an opinion on this, but it's kind of like going to art class, but you only get one piece of paper, right? So what are you gonna do? I mean, you're gonna start small, you know, something like a little flower, or butterfly, and then it just kind of goes from there. You got to add to it. It's kind of like Egyptian art. It changed over the years, you know. Like, for example, I would get, if I did a tattoo, I'd probably get the Renaissance artist where everybody